Hello everybody, we're back for the next one. Right, so I'm just going to dive right in because my back's hurting from standing up here. So, I would advise you to watch the self-love and empowerment message. I haven't titled it yet because it's uploading, so just the video before this. Right, so this is for your divine feminine, your divine masculine energy. So it can be your own energy within you, but it can also be within a twin flame dynamic. I'd say more with these ones. This is going to be for people, that want to know for, like, say it's for people that want to know just for themselves and where your energy is at. But for a lot of people tuning in, it is you want to see where your twin's at as well. So let's see. Right. So on the subconscious, what have we got for? And again, you can read everything below if you're new to me. You'll soon see. You'll feel more. You'll feel if you're meant to hang around. But just know every video that I do is more than a card reading. It is an energy clearing, healing, light code activation. I'm a Reiki master shaman. There's always healing, Reiki, spiritual healing, shamanic healing. Yeah, there's just always healing, right? And also I'm a counsellor and a coach. So I'm always obviously using bits and bobs of that within this as well, where relevant. But I am lower energy right now, but sometimes the messages flow through even better when I'm tired, right? And I did say that on this Pisces full moon, I felt I would be like that, when I am dreams. Think big, there are unseen forces ready to support your dreams. That's very Pisces full moon actually, because the 12th house is hidden, you can't see it. So perhaps there's something you can't see yet, so hold on. I did just hear that song of Bridesmaids. Hold on for just one day. So maybe you just need to hold on for one more day. It might be relevant to someone. Right, so practical self-love, nurture your inner child. Yeah, right now you need to nurture your inner child. Divine feminine and subconscious. Although, can I just say, 1010 does mean reconciliation in this deck when I've read it before. Right, so actually, we'll just remember that, right? Nurture your inner child, and then we'll put it back. What's divine masculine got in the subconscious? Nurture your inner child. Memories like a sieve. Divine masculine in the subconscious. Now remember, I'm picking up on particular waves, so it might not be your wave that I'm picking up on, but just take the bits and bobs that feel like it resonates, or even just helpful, even if you're like, it doesn't resonate, but the words help. It's like I say, it's all healing. Divine masculine, subconscious, has creative expression, the electric. So 5-5 is big change. This could also be something about the 5th of May. I mean, side note, it won't be everyone, obviously, for someone. The reason I was laughing at it, I mean, there's a few reasons I'm laughing at the electric thing, but just bit my tongue. So that might mean something too. But I mean, what would the expression "I just bit my tongue" mean? Does that mean like when you speak, you say something wrong or something, or you feel like whatever? But that'll mean something too. But or someone's biting their tongue. Yeah, like someone's wanting to talk and they're not talking. Interesting. We can look that up. I'll Google it after and see what it means, or you can as well. So, creative expression, again, there's all this creativity, there's all this feminine creative energy that wants to come out in the divine masculine, in their dreams, which is the subconscious. There's a lot of activity going on. Again, there certainly is a lot of where is it? There certainly is a lot of activity going on in the I've put it away now. What I'm meaning is the sex card just came out twice for divine feminine and divine masculine. So if the sex ain't going on in the physical, it's certainly going on in the energetic, you know what I'm saying? So it's electric. But this kind of love is electric, whether it's in the energetic or the physical, you know what I mean? It's very powerful. It's very powerful telepath. That's why you can't keep twins apart. So the dark energies, the negative energy, the jealous people in the physical, can try and, Chinese whisper it up and keep people apart, and the invisible forces it's hard to prove that can try that can all try, but it won't work. As I get drawn to 444, angels protect them. So anyway, that was kind of deep, but it's true. So this gives me Archangel Michael vibes as well, you know, protective energy. I work very closely with these energies. I work with angels and everything that I do. I just don't feel the need to say it every day, you know what I mean? It's and again, I feel, you know, I feel it's just because I'm both, you know. So obviously there will be other people that, you know, will go on about angels more. You know, they'll mention it every day and it'll be more their kind of, rather than saying spirit or God, they'll say angels and that's their thing. But for me, I'll just say it when I'm guided to, because I'm always talking to angels and it's very silent, it's very telepathic. I'm always talking to guides, I'm always talking to different sorts of energies, Palladians, different kind of energies that want to come in. And I've just always said they guys for the past 7-8 years, so I'm not about to start changing that now, you know what I mean? But actually, to be honest with you, I bet you I will in this now I've said that, because sometimes when I use that particular deck, I'll mention like Lemurians or Palladians and then I pull out a card that says the same thing. So, but you see, that's not me. They're getting me to say it and then the card's backing it up. So anyway, that's just in case anyone's interested in that bit. But yeah, what I mean is, it's like, this is divine masculines regardless of gender, really getting in touch with their feminine side, because creative energy is about feminine energy. And again, I would tie that into that means their intuition and these cards are coming in so handy sitting there, and feelings. Don't know where I've chucked the feelings cards now, but I've chucked that away. But that probably means something too. Have chucked their feelings away. That's people that push their feelings out. So at one point, if you're divine masculine energy, because remember there's a lot of women that are in divine masculine energy. There's a lot of obviously men that watch this channel that are divine masculine energy. So whatever you are, or whatever you identify as, you pushed your feelings down, right? For good reason, out of hurt, or for fear of being hurt, you know, for whatever reason, you suppressed your feelings for your twin flame, you pushed it down. And it wouldn't just be about your twin flame, it's about anybody that you develop feelings for, you just shoved them away, right? But not now. They've come back with a vengeance. I don't even feel the need to read from the book from that. And then look, so sacred sexuality, see what I mean? I'm not talking shit, guys. And also, wow, 9-9, that's tomorrow. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. This is someone's message, and I would love it if you let me know further down the line or in private if this is you, because I just said hold on for one more day, and it's the 8th of September that I'm filming this on, and that's the 9th of September, and that is the full moon energy. Like I say, the full moon's technically in the wee hours of the 10th for me, but it's the 9th for other parts of the world, and then I just got drawn to the 9 there as well. Interesting. Like, there's a lot of astral things going on. Right. But again, it doesn't surprise me. It's because, let's see what else is going on in subconscious. It's because Pisces is the house of the spiritual, the unseen, telepathy, your spiritual awakening, your so definitely your twin flame connection. You know, any kind of secret desires, you know, these connections usually are, there's an element of secret love around it for at least one person, but usually both in some kind of way. Or like, anyway, you know, it's different for different people. Right. Definitely if people are involved with other people, married to folk in that for obvious reasons. But that doesn't, somebody doesn't always need to be married or even with someone else for that to happen. Right. What else is going on for divine feminine in the subconscious? Lemurian, just mentioned that a minute ago. Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. Yeah, absolutely. I'm extremely, I'm one of the most sensitive people you could ever meet. And yes, I know when I'm in that Wonder Woman, Aries, Venus and Aries energy, Sag, Moon, humour, being more bantery, you know, you may not see that side of me. People that really know me and feel me, which are a lot of people that tune into this channel, yeah, I'm extremely sensitive. So like I say, I can handle it when the energies are attacking, and when I'm soaking up, you know, to transmute other people's pain, I take it into my own body and then I release it, which is quite rare even for other shamans, you know. But that's why it was quite nice to go the walk on the beach to kind of heal myself there. But and then obviously my massage as well that I had recently was just so needed. You know, I need things that ground me back in my body. And but yeah, just really, that's me really diving deeper into my feminine energy. And it makes sense, you have to go more into your feminine energy so that your masculine can go more into their masculine energy than ever before. It's the polarity, it's the balance. And for those of you that are very masculine anyway, I'm going like that. A lot of the women that I work with, right, I've had personal conversations with this in sessions the last 2 weeks. Really the last few months, but definitely the last 2 weeks have been coming up, and everybody's recording or live sessions about, and then the friends of mine, you know, that get this too, because again, some people are friends and clients, and some people are just friends and interested in this. Some of my friends aren't interested, but you know what I mean, they're interested a bit, but not as much. It's been about, you know, if you're just busy all the time, you're not making any time for rest, which was the card in the other video that came up about, you know, something about taking a rest. It's, you're going to burn out, you're going to collapse and have to face your feelings anyway. So, you know, really tune in to if when you're just being guided to, like, again, I'm very honest about the fact it's really quite frustrating for my masculine side within me that there is quite a lot of stuff I want to get going with. Like, I want to get going with the paid platform that I'm going to be doing, which again won't, you know, it's not like there's not going to be loads of people on that right away, and I'm aware of that. There's only going to be a handful of people on it, and then it'll grow over time. And there's no big rush in it, because the people that were joining on it, like, you know, I've either already done what their session for them to, you know, because I did suspect there might be a bit of a delay in me starting, or or they're due to get it, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's all good, that can start when it's meant to, and I actually do feel I'm going to get that in a roll next week, but we'll just see. So just, you know, if you're being guided to rest, whether you are primarily divine feminine, or if you're divine masculine. Definitely if you're divine masculine, people are, yeah, anyway, I get all confused. Retreat, but that means something. You see, when I start getting all tongue-tied, it's because I'm picking up on that energy too, because everybody knows what that means. If you're new around here, go and watch some other ones and see me going about it. Retreat, oh, look at that, retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, dharma. And I just said that. I don't even know why I'm doing stuff half the time. Literally, when I was in that massage, right, I'm not going to tell you everything my guides told me, because like I say, there's people tuning into this that ain't got good intentions for me, right? So that'd just be fucking stupid. But what I can say is, I was told at one point, it's like, when we want you to stay in, stay in. When we want you to go out, go out. It'll all be very spontaneous. And this is what I've done. Like, I ended up fucking walking the rain in my jammies. That makes me sound like a nutter, even more than what I am. Like I said, they look like they're, you know, they look like, my sister didn't even notice they were jammy bottoms. So it's no big deal. But that is quite, you know, that's more spontaneous than what I usually am. I'm quite a pacing up and down the living room a few times before I actually go out the house kind of person, you know what I mean? So the fact that I was just like, fuck it, had the wellies on, the raincoat, I didn't even have my phone on me, you know what I mean? I've always got my phone on me when I go a walk, so it's quite liberating actually. So yeah, you know what I mean? Retreat to recharge, trust in the process, dharma. Follow your dharma, you know what I mean? You're following your destined path, you know, what is meant, following your calling. And if you're following your calling on the twin flame path, the rewards will come, and I know I'm following my divine purpose, so my rewards are coming. A lot of stuff is already happening. Not the biggest bit though. Higher heart activation, dropping shields, divine love, but maybe it is for a few of us. Your heart is healed. So there you go. It's like dropping divine feminine needs to drop their major divine masculine side, so that divine masculine can jump into divine masculine, and divine love can be here. You know what I mean? It's your heart is healed to me means wherever you've been hurt in the past, drop the shields, because your divine masculine isn't going to hurt you. Are you, guys and gals out there? You're not going to hurt your twin flame. I just looked at 1344, which would be in 24-hour clock 144. So that's confirmation. That's a lovely message. Right, so in the conscious mind, what have we got? But that's really good, these messages, because it's like, this is, you know, there's stuff going on. Conscious mind for divine feminine. I know that even if this isn't you, and you know that you're not close to physical union, but like I say, nobody ever really knows, you know, none of us really ever know. You might, you know, people might give it the big one like they do know, but again, can I just say, I really do think that listen, everybody does their own thing, right? And I respect anyone that's coming from a place of integrity, genuinely helping people, but can I just say, when people give it the big one, getting all excited that somebody's about to turn up, I've been tuning in to twin flame channelings since, it's hard to gauge, but definitely 2010 at least, right? When I was activated on my twin flame path, consciously knowing I was a twin flame, right? There was only like literally a couple of people that mentioned it, and it was nowhere in the scale that people do now. And like I say, it's because of my way shore. Like, it's like I was guided to that kind of information way beyond. There was nobody around me talking about that, right? And I couldn't, like I say, that was, and then I didn't even find many people online talking about it, like, or any, if people were, it was me that was talking about it basically. But then there was a boom of it around 2016, and then before you knew it, there was a fucking avalanche of twin flame people. So what I mean is, with 12 years conscious experience, but really my whole life's experience, but 12 years conscious experience, which is a lot, by most people claiming to be twin flame experts or coaches or whatever, I feel like I can say that, oh God, I forgot where I was going with that. That's hilarious. Bring it back. What was I saying? Yeah, that's what it is. I feel like I am a bit of an authority to be able to say that I'm not just, I'm not being a dampener on things, but please, if you're brand new to this journey, don't think that you're seeing 1111 10 times a day, that means your twin flame's about to contact you, or you're about to, they're about to tell you they love you or something, because usually 1111 for me anyway, from what I've observed, is that's a heightened sign of spiritual waiting for the first time. Or obviously, if you spiritually waiting a long time ago, it can just be, you can still see 1111 a lot and it means something else. It means something different to different people. But I've just, a few times I've caught different people saying, oh, if you're seeing 1111 everywhere, it means your twin flame is like coming any day. And it's like so misleading. Now, I know that a lot of the channels I put up is like, it's like the other one the other night was like, the time is now. The time literally is now. Like, seriously, the time is now for a lot of people. And so I have to put that message out for the people that are going to know it's for them, and they will just feel it in their soul, or time will soon tell. You'll actually get confirmation. You can come back and be like, fucking hell, Claire, it happened. But again, with the nature of me attracting a lot of private 12th house people, it just seems to be people that let me know in private, majority, unless it's the people you see in public. But like I say, whatever you see in public is just fucking scratching the surface of what people say to me behind the scenes, obviously, for obvious reasons. I'm like a priest, I take everyone's secrets. But it's like I even say about myself, right? When anything's going on in my life, in any area of my life, like, I'm very private, right? So obviously there's the things I talk about, fine. But whenever stuff is going on in my life and my love life, nobody's getting to know that shit right away, trust me. Right, so but yeah, what I meant is I feel like I've got enough experience behind me to say that I've seen waves, like years where, like, it happens, there's like golden waves. I've seen it several times throughout this year, but again, this is like, I've been seeing this for the past fucking 5, 6, 7 years, that people will be like, the divine masculine's coming today, and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, say, yeah, for some people it does happen, but I just think, yeah, some of it can be very clickbait and false hope kind of vibe. So like I say, that's why I like to, it's, for some of it is going to resonate for people that happen to it, and other people it's like, just take in the bits of self-love, because again, I'm a self-love teacher, like I'm a counsellor and a life coach, and I've been teaching people self-love before I was even, trained in these things. It's definitely, it's in my own astrology chart. Like, other astrologers be like, oh God, you're really good at help people how to love, teach people how to love themselves, and that. I was like, yeah, it's like what I'm really passionate about, thank God, because I'm a twin flame healer and teacher. But it's yeah, so I'm just sort of saying that, just as a buffer, that it's you've got to be discerning, what I mean. If it's you, you'll soon find out. That's how I like to take it. Because a lot of the time, I'm saying it because I've also, over the years, totally convinced myself from my own signs that come my way, and then maybe I'll get guided to someone's channeling. Oh my God, like, shit, it must be time and blah blah blah, and then it's just like literally nothing happens. But I think in the time that we're living in, sometimes if you are a divine feminine, you're getting really strong feelings that you're about to hear from your twin. it's not that you're wrong, it's that they were probably wavering over doing it, like maybe even typing the text out, or, you know, picking up the phone to call and then talking themselves out of it. So it doesn't mean you're wrong, it just means that you're picking up on it about to come in. And all I know is one of these times it will come in. And that's when you keep it to yourself, right? Divine Feminine, keep it yourself. Divine Masculine, keep it yourself. Don't make a mistake of thinking you can tell your best pal or a family member or someone at work, because in these times, take it from someone that's happened to it, you just don't know who. I don't want to be like, don't trust anyone, but again, it's like, yeah, you're better just not, you know. Doesn't mean you don't get support from other people, but I mean, if something's actually happening, you're better just getting on with it with your twin. And that, I would say that to anyone. Again, I'm a couples counsellor too. I dare say that's where a lot of my work's going to move to, be in more of the time helping couples, helping twin flames specifically, because that's the only people I help. But it's like this would go for people that aren't twin flames. Like, keep your relationship private. You know, other people, when they see a good thing, a lot of people, unfortunately, especially if they don't have it, want to sabotage it. And there's already sabotaging going on by the twins themselves running away from love. You don't need people sabotage. So again, you know, if you've got a strong feeling that ain't going to happen by somebody, fine. But, you know, people can talk the good talk, but subconsciously they're hating on you. So just saying that. And again, that's my Pluto and Scorpio in the 12th house that doesn't get things wrong ever, really, to be honest, I'm afraid. I mean, talking of that, like, I think I'm going to do a world channeling over the full moon in Pisces, and I'm a bit scared of what's going to come out, to be honest, because yeah, there's dark times. Anyway, sorry, it's true. We're living in dark times. So again, even when people are like the light is one and all of that, it's just kind of like, you know, I think it's a bit naive. We've still got a lot of dark now. It's going to be a dark winter. Dark winter. So I'm just preparing people. My guides have told me I'm going to be helping a lot of people in a dark place, and it's come through when other people do readings for me as well. So all different people throughout the past few years, but definitely this year I've been like, yeah, you're here to help people through the darkness. And don't I know it, right? So, Divine Feminine Conscious Mind, because I haven't even pulled it. Did I pull it yet? No, I didn't. No idea what I said, I just floated off saying that. Yep, so look, 3rd of March might be significant here too, new beginnings. Merkaba activation, ground, shield and protect in the conscious mind. Look, this is what I'm saying. I am Divine Feminine, and I'm well aware that I need to ground, shield and protect my energy right now, because a rebirth is happening. Personal freedom unleashed. Yep. 7th of July could be significant. When I'm naming the month, it's just because it might be significant. Oh, wait a minute, that was risky. Where's the book? I'm like, will I remember it? Where's the book? Alright, I put it in there. God, I'm ready for my bed after that. No, I can't be arse reading that, actually, Boris. You know what? It's pretty self-explanatory. Ground, shield, protect. Do whatever you need to do, especially this weekend. If you're watching this in real time, I'm channeling it on the 8th of September, but if you're watching this any time, 8th, 9th, 10th, I would even say 11th, 12th, just protect your energy, right? I'm hermiting, I'm fucking staying in all weekend, sleeping, resting, recharging, because that's where it hits the parts of my chart, and that's what I need to do, that's what I want to do. And it'll be a big fat no to anybody that wants to do anything, unless it was the obvious person that wanted to do stuff, and I'm pretty sure I'd be like, yep. Oh, funny. Right. I have to say that though, you have to make that clear, because like when I'm channeling this, my twin will be able to feel me saying it, or, you know, or see it, but it's kind of like, yeah, I'm just making that clear. Whenever it's a no to everyone else, it's never a no to him, and I told him that once. I can never say no to his eyes, unfortunately. And then when I found out about twin flames, I realised why, because it's like looking into your own eyes. It's like your own soul. One sexy soul I've got. Right. Divine Masculine. Path of least resistance. 8th of August. Oh, yep. And so a lot's been going on since Lionsgate. Choose ease of grey. So look, this is a lot of Divine Masculine has been like, look, this looks like a lot of shit going on. It's like black and white too. It's like, you know, nothing is black and white, nothing is as it seems. It looks very Alice in Wonderland to me too. It's kind of like this looks like, right, look, that looks really dark. It's like coming away from the Matrix and going through the door to the new earth, because this is all looks very dreamlike, and this is very Pisces too. This is like this is like the darkness of the 12th house, and this is like the magicalness. This is like the shadow of it, which is a lot of your shadow because it's hidden, and this is the magical. But it really, like, a really strong message that's coming through is basically, that's why I think a lot of the messages as time is now, is I do just feel there's just so much going on collectively in the world right now that a lot of Divine Masculines are getting, I've seen it with clients, to be honest, and my clients that work with me know, because I've said to them, you know, I'm just very honest on that, is that a lot of Divine Masculine energies in particular are getting pulled into the darkness of the world, basically, you know, getting, you know, pulled into the drama, the distractions. There's a lot of that going on today. The worry, the fear, you know, all the, like, you know, in different parts of the world about, like, rising prices, and, you know, of the, oh yeah, and I pulled the electric card as well, didn't I? Like, of electricity and stuff, and whatever, gas and all that. And whatever else, right? Just the fear and whatever it is, and impersonal, like, just a lot of worry, doubt, fear. It kind of, again, it screams Nine of Swords energy to me, like work. Well, I did go to say working, and I meant to say up all night, not being able to sleep. So they're nothing like each other. So again, yeah, it could be overworking, you know, it's scrambling energy, you know, like scrambling to. Yeah, so I do feel I'm picking up on somebody that may just be working all the hours that they can get to pull in all the money, because they're buying into that fear energy. So if that's you, you know, just take it easy. I want to say, you know, because when you do that, you're going to burn out. But also, you're not only going to burn out, you may miss opportunities. And again, I don't even know what that means, but I'm being told to say it. Like, it's like you're missing, by not being present and distracting yourself and leaving things, leaving it. And I know, because I work with clients like this, usually it's things to do with work, like, you know, I'm going to do it later, I'm going to do it later. And I say all the time, like, you know, my whole backstory of why I help people say fuck it, let's go to any area of life, whether it's work, whether it's twin flame, you know, your own self-love, putting yourself first, all that kind of stuff, or, like, you know, walking away from toxic things, because it's not always a person or a relationship or a job, it can be addictions too, you know, like people giving up smoking or whatever, or like food, you know, I've said that as well. I help people with trauma around food, like under eating, overeating kind of thing. But it's kind of like, it's about taking your power back. You know, I help people take their power back. But what I'm saying is, it's like the message that they're giving me is, yeah, what I'm saying is, like, that's what I done. I used to be like, right, when I do this, it'll be amazing. When I do that, it'll be amazing. And I do that, you know what I mean? It's like delayed gratification. And I used to be like, is that an ADHD thing? Or is that just, you know, something to do with me? Or is it, and I do feel it is an ADHD thing too. I've noticed it in people, but it's definitely part of what I've noticed about twin flames as well, you know, or the people that get attracted to me for help anyway, is like putting stuff off, you know, doubting, fearing, procrastinating. It is very, very strong with divine masculine energy, and obviously divine feminines go through that too, like I've just said, like, but it's more stuff, it's more been my past energy. And again, a lot of people have been hanging around me that long, you'll have seen me move through that kind of energy. Right, anyway, what do we need to know about this ascension process? Yeah, but that door thing's really, really important, because it really does feel like it's go time. It's kind of like the time is now, you know. When that card came out the other day, again, I was hearing the time is now, and then that card actually came out to say the time is now. So it's whatever that means to you. It's like, whoever this is going to resonate with, you do know. And it's kind of like you're trying to perfect everything and plan things, and I'm being guided to something that's got words like that down there, and it's got 2020. So it's kind of like you could have even been planning and trying to perfect something since then, and not done anything about it. Like, who knows who that's going to resonate with her. It could be about work, it could even be about twin flames. You know, again, a lot of divine masculines will be coming across this and you're newly awakening, or you've only awakened in the past sort of 6 months, a year. It'll be different for different people. Of course, there'll be some divine masculines that have been on the path a long time, but look, true. I just picked up true. Yes, what you're asking about is the truth. But what am I saying? They mean what I'm saying is true. It's like, it's kind of like now or never energy, but it's not so much because like your twin's going to move on without you. It's that something really dark, something really bad could happen, like basically a tower moment could happen to you, that you're going to have to, you're just going to be compelled to go to your twin flame for support anyway, because you're like, they're the only person, and then my throat just went all funny and my throat's fine. You know, they're the only person that truly understand me and are going to listen to me and are going to get me. And so what I'm saying is, if people are kind of know that they're there anyway, then it's time to decide. It's time to clearly make a decision about what you want. And then look at that. Like, this is about self-worth. You're gifted. You're very intelligent and talented. And I remember reading that in the shorts once, and it almost made me cry, because it was like, I tend to attract a lot of people that have never been told that. You know, you've never been told that you're gifted or talented, and we're all gifted at something. I've been saying for years of my lives, everybody's got a gift, even if it's a gift. Or I say everyone's a healer rather, but same thing, everyone's a healer. Like, even if you just make people laugh, that is a gift. I mean, I happen to make people laugh too, and I've got many other gifts, but do you know what I mean? That's just me, and I share it with love. I also keep things very simple for people by making them laugh. And then happy surprises come along. There's a happy surprise for someone in the morning. Fuck me, that doesn't sound right. Anyway, moving on. There's a lot of sex energy, isn't there? God damn it, if you watched it last week, wow. Anyway, there's a happy surprise. Something very good is about to happen, and you'll know in the morning. So again, there's definitely stuff going on. With that full moon in Pisces, there's declarations of fucking certain love coming. That's a weird word to use. When you wake up, you'll have a better idea about what to do. Relax until then. Or if it's not the happy surprise of twin flame stuff going on, it's just something very good is about happening. You're like, maybe you know, you're going to land a big client. Maybe like, you know, something else amazing is going to happen in your life. And maybe you just need to relax, and you'll be able to make decisions about your life after a good sleep. You know what I mean? Keep it simple. It's about the love. The answer that you're seeking is love. That is simple. You know, it really is that simple. I'm saying simple because that card is simple, but it really is that simple. Who do you love? What do you love? Do you spend enough time around this and these people? If not, why not? These are all important questions. Right. What I just said is true. Remember, I'm channeling God. I'm channeling divine. Right. Right. Deep. Right. What do we need to know about the ascension process for divine feminine? Not been any mirroring yet. There was a lot of mirroring in the last video I did. Not far off, but there probably is going to be now. I just said that. Don't use these cards very often, so must be something significant. Past life, a cultural experience. It is behind you. Regression. There you go. So if you weren't aware, I actually, you know, do past life regression with people as well as many other things. I do shamanic past life healing as well. Everything I do is soul retrieval. Even these videos are soul retrieval. You know, the public ones here. It's just, it's never going to be as strong as if you were coming to me one-to-one. But again, some people actually claim it is, so how do I know? But past life, you know, it's behind you. The worst is behind you. But you may need a past life regression to someone that might be hinting at that. Sphere of light, healing hands, empathic qualities, animal wisdom. Again, so it's like, this is about, you know, those of you that are already healers. It's about doing the good work, and you know, there's a bear. Bears are significant to people that tune into me. I can see the deer's unconditional love. The bear, you know, the bear's important to me as well. What's that? Oh, a horse. I was seeing a panda, you see, because I like pandas. I was drawing in that bit, but it's actually a horse. But it's about, you know, it's like either the gifts you've already got and, you know, sharing them, or like gifts coming online, because that's happening to a lot of people, right? Obviously, a lot of divine feminines I'm talking to, that will be people that are already sharing their gifts. And if you aren't, you'll do it when you're ready, but the time is now. And Divine Masculine, Ascension. We've got, that's a heart chakra, isn't it? Antakarana, crossing the rainbow bridge. Well, oh fucking hell, get right. I'm sorry. I've seen so many synchronicities about bridges. I actually watched the cheesiest. Oh my god, I watched this really like cheesy. It's like an American cheesy film, and my friend was like, "Oh, what actors?" I'm like, "No, it's not one of them films. It's like, you know, in the movie 24 channel or something, and it's like these really shitty ones, but actually it was quite good." And I just allowed myself to sit in the rain with a cup of tea and watch it before, because I look after my niece on a first day, and it was before she came, I just chilled. And it was really good, right? And it was actually very twin flamey. Truth be told, guys, right? I actually watched this about a month ago. And there was loads of cheesy synchronicities in it then. I probably channeled about the time, I can't remember. And then, but yeah, I just watched it again. But it was like I got something different from it again. But it was just so divine feminine, divine masculine. And again, it was interesting to me because of the woman. It was great for my examples of my clients, because it was, the woman was very analytical, very practical, a planner. You know, it's basically like, this would be so funny if like someone in the UK happened to catch this film as well. But like it's about two dentists, right? And they own a dental practice, and everything's all very sensible and practical, and there's just basically no chemistry. There's no chemistry whatsoever, right, within these characters. Obviously it's designed that way, right? Come along the hot brother, right? The guy's hot brother. So it's a bit fucked up, it has to be his brother, but anyway. This would be so funny. I mean, not funny, because that's like an EastEnders story. Like, that's a bit dramatic. EastEnders is like a soap here, guys, if you don't know what I mean. But yeah, anyway, in the film it's his brother, right? It's just, it kind of works out, right? Because I'll get to, oh god, I kind of have to tell the whole story. So anyway, long story short, the brother comes back from travelling, so he's like, you know, quite good looking, and I mean, looks are in the eye of the beholder, but you know what I mean, he was quite hot. And it's like the other dentist wasn't, do you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't, he just wasn't, you know, it's obviously meant to be like that. And the woman's quite hot, and you know, it's that kind of thing. But he comes back and he's not meant to be like a bad boy, he's meant to be like a rebel, but a rebel with a good heart. And I think that is a good description, actually, of divine masculine energies. It's a very good description of divine feminine. I actually identify with what I just said. But I would actually say that that's my twin flame too. But I bet you lots of twin flames are going to resonate with what I just said. A rebel with a good heart. But it's the kind of like rebellious in the way of, he's just doing what he wants, and he's been traveling all over the world and that. And anyway, he reminds her when he comes back that, so it's like, it's meant to be they grew up when they're all little, right? And it's meant to be that this rebellious brother that's been away traveling, while they've kind of, they're engaged to be married, they've got their dental practice, and everything. It's just boring. Like, that's basically what I'm trying to say, right? They've got quite a boring life that you can see the women's bored of, and the guy's bored too. And then the brother comes back and fucks it all up, basically, right? But he doesn't like try it on with him. He just is being himself, and she's like, oh, I've got the hots for the brother, and it's that would be quite a dilemma. But it kind of works out, because it's like, so the whole point of the bridge thing is the fiance gets stuck on the other side of the bridge. But I think this is an analogy. Well, I know it's an analogy for, if a lot of divine masculines don't take some kind of action towards making contact with their twin flame when they're guided to it. And for a lot of them, they're being guided to, like, for the past few months, never mind, I was about to say like yesterday, but like for a while now. But definitely those of you that are hearing the call now, I just think even more blocks will come in the way, like, because that's what happens on this journey. So I kind of feel like there's like a doorway open right now. You might even want to say like a portal, where you could easily contact it and there won't be all these sort of interference. But like, can I just say that the closer you get to actually being in contact, never mind seeing them, like just talking to them before you see them, there'll be so much interference. You'll just have people popping up out. Yeah, it just happens, right? Like, whenever I've remotely felt like something might happen to me, people just pop up out the fucking blue. Like, people you haven't spoke to for months or weeks, and it's so weird. It's like, oh. And then, you know, I won't know until I actually talk to my twin flame whether I'm right or not. But I've made notes to myself about that, and it's like I wouldn't at all be surprised if whenever that happens, if I've been right about that, you know, like when someone distracts me away. But you see, I'm quite good at, I don't allow people to distract me in that moment. And then I'll maybe like get back to them the next day, or I might leave it a couple of days or something. And it's only when I feel there's a, so again, this is, I feel this is even, I don't know about too generous, but this is quite generous, me kind of sharing what I'm sharing, but people must need to hear it. So like I say, this is, I'll share more kind of deeper sort of stuff like this on the platform, like going forward. Because like I say, it is just for my own, you know, for my own twin flame journey, my own protection. I do need to kind of watch what I sort of say, but I think I could say that much, that it's like, you know, I may be wrong. Again, be humble. I could be open about it. I'm being open. I could, you know, being humble, but I don't think I'm wrong, right? Because my Pluto and Scorpio, and especially in this film, and it ain't gonna be wrong about stuff like that. That it's like, um, yeah, basically, it's like if someone's kind of rocking your boat a little bit, your twin flame will feel it, because like I can feel it when something's going on with my twin flame, although I wouldn't exactly know what it was. Yeah, you can just feel it. You can feel it, right? So anyway, the whole bridge thing. So the fiance gets stuck on the other side of the bridge for like 4 days, right? So you can kind of imagine the storyline here. For 4 days, the woman's bonding with a rebellious brother and realizing, holy fucking shit, you're totally my cup of tea because you're making me be less uptight. You're exciting, you're fun, and you're a lovely guy. You're everything I want, basically. And then at the right time, you know, he's just fucking letting. Basically, the man is a divine feminine. This is like when I've channeled about the vow, but the man is in the divine feminine energy because he's just been himself. He's been a free spirit. He's not let anyone tell him what to do. In fact, one part in the film, I loved it because he says to her, you do know that you can live a life that other people don't understand, that other people don't understand. They don't need to understand. And I thought that particularly spoke to me because look at what I do, and it's not as if I've been doing this like a year or a couple of years. I started Crystal Clear Visions 7 years ago. You know what I mean? And then I was doing my healing work prior to that as well. But that's when I set up the Crystal Clear Vision. So it's like this, you know, like you say, I've been, you know, developing my different sort of healing, the way that I do the healing and my mediumship and everything for like 20 years. So it's a long, over 20 years really, you know what I mean? It's a long time. Because I was reading books about self, I was reading like Louise Hay and Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus when I was really young. Like we're talking like 18. Like I've been really dedicated to the path. And like although I was shyer and I was like I say, I was a total people pleaser. I used to think I was laid back, and then when I started helping people with what I helped them with, untangling them from gaslighting and narcissists and um in some cases bullies, you know, I realised I was like, fuck, that's not laid back, that's just like being a yes person. And well, you can see I'm quite clearly naturally not a yes person. If I don't agree with something, I'm going to say it. And it's like, you know, I would speak up where it mattered. That's what Scorpio risings do. But what I'm saying is, like, if it meant someone wasn't going to hurt anymore, I would always take the pain, you know. So it's like that, you know, the picture of like someone's helping somebody take a knife out their front, but they've actually got 10 knives in their back. And I suppose that's actually really fucking on point with what I'm saying about the energetic attack I can get for being in the public. And again, I always say it's like, it's so funny, isn't it? I'm talking like I've got like fucking 10k subscribers or something. But you see, maybe, who knows? Maybe I'm tapping into the future of one point, but we're a long fucking way off from that right now, guys. You know what I mean? We've not even hit the big 350. It's taken like what, I think we're 2 people off it. Are we? We might even be 4 people off it, but I think it's 348 right now, or maybe 346, but whatever, you know, we're only in the hundreds. And you know, I'm happy for it to be there growing naturally. And, you know, it's faster as slowly as it wants to. You know, it kind of makes me a bit anxious when it grows fast. And it hasn't, it's been growing quite slow now for about a month. So, but at other times it's slow. But it'll be what it's meant to be. But what I'm trying to say is it's like, if I experience that and I've only got 350 near enough 444, oh, that was 4444. So I mean, I'm totally protected by angels though, so I'm not worried. But what I'm saying is, it is interesting that if that's the level of energetic attack, and then it gets confirmed when other people read my energy and warn about the same and pull cards about evil eye and shit like that. Can you imagine what it would be like with 500, 1,000 more? You know what I mean? It's I'm gonna have to, my spiritual protection is gonna have to be even stronger, and I'm definitely gonna need my man, my divine masculine, real man person that is out there beside me, which happens in divine time. Do you know what I mean? So it's pretty real. But yes, to get back to that film, yeah. So when the fiance eventually does come over the bridge, it just becomes blindingly obvious that they're not suited to one another, and they're both, not happy. And then it fast, and I'm just telling you the whole film because it's fine. And then basically what the woman realizes is she's more herself around this brother. It's more fun. Just and better looking, but the better looking bit doesn't matter, right? Looks are only skin deep, right? We're all gonna fucking get older and no look the same and whatever, grey haired and put on weight and lose weight and shit like that. But and your twin flame loves you for who you are. If your twin flame doesn't love you for who you are, they're not your twin flame. You know what I mean? Basically. And anyway, I heard the weirdest thing that so maybe someone needs to know this, right? See, right before twins are about to come in union, you apparently put on a lot of weight. I hope and fuck that. I fucking hope that's true because that's happened to me in the last sort of wee while. So. And then you lose it all again. And I'm pretty sure you can work out how the twins lose it. But just in case anyone needed to know that, it seems to be a sort of energetic thing. So if you start putting on a lot of weight all of a sudden, maybe something's about to happen. But you can't just fucking blame it on that, right? Don't start pigging out just because I said that. Because I'm, like I say, I'm doing something about it. Going good so far. I had a chicken salad for tea. Go clear. Right. Anyway, this whole bridge thing is very important because at the end of the day, blah 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 blah. Yeah, she calls it off with the guy. It's a year later. The guy's dancing at another wedding. This is confusing. Someone else's. I think it's the woman's sister's wedding, and the guy that she dumped is dancing with his dental nurse. They're getting it on, and it's fine. He's happy. He's cool. So that kind of means something, that people that worry about their karmic partners, if you haven't got deceptive, dark, backstabbing karmics, because that's what a lot of people have got, just to be honest, a lot of people's karmics are not nice people, but a lot of people have got kind of tame karmics, and it's just you're not suited for each other. But normally they are doing something kind of shitty. I'm just saying, if you've got a different kind of story, then we'd love to hear it, but that's not the stories I hear. But we forgive and we let go, though. We don't hold on to resentment. We forgive, but you don't need to let people back into your life. People need to hear that. Healthy boundaries. They just drew me something that said be original as well. And that other card not long ago said be original. The Lemurian one. Oh, come on. What was I going to say? Yeah, so you know what I mean? It's like anyone that worries that, they're not going to find someone. Well, in that film, he found, so I feel that's him saying, they'll find who they're meant to be with. Actually, you're doing a kindness to them when you let people go. So that's people that aren't letting someone go. Because it's a trauma bond, when you're not, and I just got drawn to 4848, that you might want to Google that on the Angel Sacred Scribes website and see what it means. When you're scared of letting someone go, it's not, when it's a trauma bond, it's not because it's like real love, it's because it's like, you're afraid of change, and that's not a good enough reason to hold on to something when it's hurting your soul and dragging your soul down. I know that's going to speak to people out there. And then they just drew me a plan, fuck it, let's go. So, that's what someone needs to do, and I feel they know that. And I feel someone's ready to do it, whoever I'm speaking to. And it doesn't need to be in real time. You could watch this in 2 weeks and it makes sense. Let me know in the comments if you're in a position where it's safe enough to let me know. Let us know so that people can see. But yeah, anyway. And then quite obviously, you know, it becomes obvious. Oh yeah, because the woman, that's it. In the year that they're apart, the woman also goes travelling all these different countries. So the gist is she becomes her true self and she finds that self love, because they just drew me a mug over there that says love every side of you. You know, she finds who she is. So she doesn't, because I did think, where's this film going? Because that's a bit fucked up. Is she's going to jump from one brother to the next? Because again, I'm judging a little bit here, guys, but let's face it, even though there's been a year, it means she's been sleeping with two brothers. just saying, just saying. But anyway, I'm sure there's, there is circumstances where that might, it might happen if it's true love. But I mean, I don't know. That's too funny. But yeah, but anyway, she goes and finds herself, and then she gets the brother. They tell each other. What does he say again? It's really quite romantic. The guy's like, well, he basically is like, look, oh, that's what it's called. It's called it was always you. That's what drew my attention to it. Felt like a synchronicity for me that day. It was like, the film's called It Was Always You, because he says something to the end, like, it's always been you. Like, I've been in love with you since I was 13. I've only ever been in love with you, and it's always been you. And so yeah, that's a message for someone as well. It might not necessarily be that if you haven't known them that long, but something like that. They may say you may say something like that to your twin, or they may say something like that to you, that like, no one's ever came close to how I feel about you, kind of thing. I think so, because I can feel me channeling it, right? And it's just like, you might be like, really, because this has never come to the surface. Like, this is the first I've heard about it, right? So, which is, that's really interesting. I just said it like that because my twin actually said something like that to me once. It wasn't the other way around. It was, he said to me when I told him that I had deeper feelings, he was like, you've literally never said anything like this to me. I was like, well, I'm fucking saying it now, do you know what I mean? But it was like, it was kind of 6 months too late, you know what I mean? That's a message too. It was 6 months. Trust me, it was just but it wasn't. It was, but you see, it wasn't. It felt like it to me at the time, but then it all made sense later on. It was divine timing. We weren't allowed to be together, so other things had to happen. But yeah, I did kind of miss the boat in that way, of that it was like I missed a moment, and it felt like I held my feelings in for a whole 6 months, and it got really weird. To the point where I remember, this is going a bit deep, but I'm just going to say it. I remember he was sleeping one once, and I was just like really, like I was just really weird. Like you could just tell it was being really weird, right? And he was like, "What's wrong with you?" And he must have just thought I didn't like him anymore. And of course, it wasn't that at all. It was that I'd fallen fucking in love with him, and I didn't know how to tell him. And I think I didn't see him for months after that, because you see, he must have thought, oh, she must have met someone else who doesn't like me or whatever. He might not have actually given a fuck either, because he was doing what he wanted. Again, rebellious heart. But do you know what I mean? It means something. Anyway, it means something. But so whatever that means to, don't leave yourself on the other side of the bridge, because you don't know what's going to happen. In that film, it was like something fell. Oh no! Shit! It was a bolt of lightning. It was a bolt of lightning hit the bridge. Oh, this, by the way, I'm totally channeling. That sounds like I'm just saying I'm totally channeling, like I'm not the other times. What I'm meaning is I'm totally channeling about new earth energies here, because I've been channeling about this for months, right? Years, really. If you watch my videos back from my Facebook lives, rather, where I've channeled about this, but I've been saying for, I think I said a month ago, I said about lightning, and I said it's either literal or metaphorical or both. And in that film, it's lightning that hits the bridge. And think about it. She gets stuck on the bridge with the right guy, mind you, and leaves the karmic on the other side. Even, although he gets rid of it, the point is, I feel if a lot of twins don't make contact with their twin flame, if you're watching this and you're the one that's made it, I just feel and I don't even really know what that means, I'm just passing on the message, but it does feel like that. It's like it could be quite a long wait again. I can feel it, that is what it is. Crossing the Rainbow Bridge, resurrection, coming full circle. So it's like, don't wait and wait and wait and wait and think you can do it later, because it's not that you're not going to get to be your twin, but yet something might just delay it even more. Yeah. And again, don't freak out if you're still in a karmic situation and you're sorting things out, you're planning, and all this kind of, you're putting things in place. Because I know there's people in that kind of position, and you know that your twin's like married with kids, and there's no, you know that you're not at that bit yet. then, you know, just chill out. But there's people that might be still telling themselves it's not time, but you know that it is. So I'll speak to who it's meant to. Right, what else do we need to know? Coming full circle, you know what I mean? It's like the journey, it's kind of like, because I didn't go too deep into me and my one in this one, you know, because I don't, like I say, I don't like doing that so much just now, do you know what I mean? Because I've done it enough. I've done it for the past 9 months. It doesn't mean I'm never going to do it, but I don't think I need to do it on every one. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, like I say, it's, I know with how much I've given in myself, some people literally, like, you do have to pay to access that shit. So, and that's what I'm going to be doing moving forward. But it's like, you know, you've got 9 months worth of stuff that's there for free if you want to soak it all up. So soak it all up while it's there. But I hope you've got a lot of time in your hands, because some of those lives are like 4 hours. But they were, you know, a lot of people said it's really helped them on their twin flame journey, helped them feel less alone. You know what I mean? Never mind the twin flame journey, just spiritual awakening in itself. What was I going to say? But yeah, it made sense when I was saying the wee bits above. I mean, how, like, all the things that have been, just confusion, miscommunication, it's just it's divine timing, you know. And also, it's just, if you met your twin young, like what I did, it just, you know, not being mature enough. Speaking for myself, but definitely speak for him too. Not mature enough for this love, not mature enough for a relationship, because like I say, it's that's not the case. You know, people do get in relationships, but doesn't mean you give your whole self. You know what I mean? Right. What else? What do we need to know for divine feminine in the ascension process as well? Starseed healing codes. Important information. Wounds are healed, recharging. That's 2 cards about the heart is healed, dropping the shield, and now wounds are healed. I think that might be another video. I can't remember if it was this one or the other one. But yeah, important information, I think, is the one that I just gave about the bit that I said about if you are a divine masculine energy, regardless of gender, and you've been hesitating over contacting your twin, just know that the hesitation is coming from the darker energies that emit that frequency to get you to doubt yourself and worry and stress out. So don't let that win. I'm sure there was a card earlier that said, you know, something about not letting the fear win. Right, divine masculine, the ascension process. Shambhala initiation. Yeah, it's initiation. Retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, dharma. So again, you may be a divine masculine that is going in a bit of a hermit mode, or you might be in hermit mode about to come out it. You're trusting the process, you know, you're following your dharma. But look, here's another, this looks to me again, look, and there's a rainbow across the Rainbow Ridge. It's like, this is going through the door. This is like the kind of doors that I take people through in a past life regression. It's like going through the door to the new earth. Aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path yet. I mean, drop the mic, right? That's like what I'm saying. This is when people are in 2 of Pentacles or the 2 of Swords energy, and they're like, do I do this? Do I do that? Do I do it now? Do I do it later? I need to sort my finances out, or I need to save a bit more. Even it's just, there's all different kinds of reasons that divine masculines hold off. Embraced by the light, mission uncovered, don't give up. But the mission's been uncovered. Like, you know, just like, I'm taking this to mean like a lot of twin flames are talking out about this. It's quite common knowledge. You know, twin flames are not a secret. You know, they're everywhere, and especially with things like, you know, I'm not on TikTok, but things like TikTok and that being fucking rife. You know, and any kind of social media, people know what twin flames are. Some of them won't believe it, but that's, if they're not on it, they're not going to get it. They're not meant to get it. Don't give up. You know. Don't go back to sleep is what I'm getting. I really am getting that message. Don't go back to sleep, because I pulled the wake up call earlier as well. Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking. And again, a lot of the messages I'm giving, they will go over people's heads, because I'm a New Earth teacher. I've always been that. And the messages, and this has been confirmed when other people have read for me as well, it's like that the messages I was given, people weren't ready for, but I feel way more are ready for it now, and that's why they're coming out. You know, you can take on board what I'm saying about the lightning striking and, you know, a window of opportunity if you feel you're in that wave, or you can ignore your intuition. Either way, change is here. But don't say I didn't warn you, divine masculine energies, because I really do feel tower moments, like something big is going to happen to bring about changes that are uncomfortable that will make you move anyway. So what do we need to know about the physical world for Divine Feminine? Blossoming, yeah, Divine Feminines are blossoming. By not, you know, and look, the flower moon as well may be significant. That's usually around May. I think it is definitely around May, actually. That might have some significance. I know it is significant to me. Yeah, but you're blossoming. And, you know, you might even still be hermit, but you're still blossoming. Like, you know, I'm in more hermit mode, but I am blossoming into my true self. And the subconscious, and that's when your masculine comes towards you. You know, when you are truly blossoming, full moon as well, we're in this is for the full moon. Your masculine can step in your masculine. It's what I said earlier, and be a lunar god. Maybe this looks like someone's masculine. You're protected. Look, Divine Feminine is in this, because this is coming from. It's not for everyone, but it's for someone. Right, so let's shuffle these again. Divine Masculine. Where's Divine Masculine at in the physical? And again, remember this for most of the time it isn't real time actually. Some people it will be, but I'd love to know who they are if it happens to you in real time. It's the messages I channeled a month ago are happening now. If you watch that video that I pinned in the video, that for some people. So yeah, this again might be like channeling a month in advance, 2 months in advance, fuck knows. But it's not, we're not talking years. But I don't always know. So / never know, I would say. Right. Because it needs to be a surprise for me too. You know, that's basically what it is as well. It'd be boring if we knew everything, wouldn't it? And I certainly don't know everything, but my Pluto 0 degrees Scorpio can tune into a lot of shit. Right. Go for Divine Masculine. The physical, it must be intense because I just had to breathe in, breathe out there, breathe in, breathe. I knew there was going to be the same cards coming out because I said about mirroring, and that's poking out, wasn't it? Yeah, look, wow. And that's going to really speak to some of the women I work with in particular, but you can be a man coming into your sovereignty. Divine Masculines are blossoming, mirroring their Divine Feminine, ones that resonate with this. 33 to me is Divine Masculine too, because it's Jesus' number. Divine Masculines are stepping into their sovereignty. So whatever Divine Masculines I'm picking up on today, whatever gender, they're ready for union, basically. And that's this would be in line with the message that I gave the other day about the time is now. So look, because they're releasing all that doesn't serve them, or you're releasing all that doesn't serve them, and they're stepping through the doorway. Look at this, another sort of keyhole. Look, realization. Because so some Divine Masculines may have just come to this realization. Just everything makes sense all at once, and they need to communicate and be playful too. Playful communication, because threes are about playful communication to me. Gemini energy. Because they've been going deep within their feelings, submerged, you know, in their feelings, doing a lot of self-reflection, learning about their boundaries, protecting their boundaries, and now they're the masculine, you know, stepping into that masculine energy, doing something about it, doing something about, like, going after what they want. And that's what happened in that film. The women said at one point, what will people think? Oh, that was it. Oh god, there were so many things that are synchronistic with that film, because the granny was like, you know, me and my partner had that zing, you know, just that spark that people have got, that and she accidentally said, like you and David, so somebody's twin might be called David, but and she said, oh, you mean George, because David's the rebellious brother and George is the one she's engaged to. And she's like, oh yeah, that's what I meant. And then the granny's like, awkward, you know, because the fucking older people know where it's at. Do you know what I mean? The granny fucking knew the score. She could see the chemistry. Do you know what I mean? There was fucking fuck all chemistry with the brother. So, yeah. And there's always chemistry with twin flames. I actually, true, yeah, see, look, God's saying that's true. I question. See, when some people claim they're twins in public, and I'm like, there's zero chemistry there. What the fuck's going on? Do you know what I mean? I just sort of move along. Whatever, who knows. Yes, what you're asking about is the truth. Yeah, look, happy surprise, something very good is about to happen. So let us know if it was you, but don't let us know in real time, just let us know there. Right, we'll pull, because this is fun. Let's see if the masculine comes out again. No, but telepathy does, because again, that's the, you know, the twins talking to one another, transmission, perception, communication. But maybe it's not just telepathy. Maybe there's actual, real communication coming in from masculines because they're becoming something new. And look, they're coming to you quick, smart. Or you're going to people quick, smart. Grateful optimism, because we've got a joyous view of the future now. Because they've had enough of being in the deep emotions and the unknown and the past life, going over the past. They just want to come and share their deeper feelings with you. Look, can we be friends again? Can we be support? Can we be a support to one another? Can we have fun? Can we have unity? That also means unified, the masculine and feminine energy being unified. Oh, oh my God, I channeled a message like 2 months ago, or maybe it was less than that, called unification, and I never published it. Maybe I might publish it. See, that's what I mean. They tell me to hold some stuff back. Maybe I might publish it now. God, that's weird. And then play. And I just said playful community. It's like some masculines may come in being like, look, can we be friends again? Like, it depends what dynamic you had, right? Do you know what I mean? I don't know about friends, right? I wasn't friends in my twin flame. I think it's pretty clear what we were. We were best friends. I took our clothes off. Right, so it's like when Harry met Sally, do you know what I mean? They saying that you can't, men and women can't be friends. And I do kind of agree, unless it's like I've said before, unless it's like, you're with someone and your friends or your fucking pals, husbands or whatever, and it all works like that. But generally, if someone's like, oh yeah, it's like I was watching one of the reality shows here, Towie, the other night, and it's like, it's like a girl and guy best friend, but they sometimes sleep with each other. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure your future boyfriend and girlfriends are going to have something to worry about there. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, go with the flow. Letting go, cleansing, receiving. That's for the feminine. That's where you should be. And the masculine and the physical. I'm going to end this now because I've been doing it for ages. New creations. Yeah, look, ready to birth something new. Ready to birth that new friendship, that new relationship with the divine feminine. Ready, got the courage to go need it, the strength. A lot of them have just been building up strength. They needed to have time to become the true masculine. They didn't feel ready for it, and that's just how it is. I mean, if you as a divine feminine went through your dark night of soul and your healing process, you need to let your twin go through theirs. If you're impatient, if you're one of these people that's randomly come across this, that never happens, but who knows, it will at one of these points maybe, like that's kind of like bashing your divine masculine. It's probably not a twin flame, and it's so I've got here in my mouth. It's karmic, and you've just got confused, and you probably need my help anyway, because I'll be able to be a guide and listen to you and help you work out. And because I'm a twin flame guide, but also because I'm a counsellor and I'm a good one, because I bring both medicine. See what they've done there. Telepathy, yeah, and I've been, and I'm very strongly telepathically connected to my twin. My telepathy's on fire with everyone, really, to be honest, that I'm connected to. So of course it's going to be the other half of my soul. So yeah, a joyous view of the future. Right, I'm going to leave it there because my back's quite sore. So please like, comment, subscribe. I hope you got something out of this. I will return doing a live stream on a Thursday night, 8 o'clock UK time, when I'm guided to again. But for now, like I say, I'm being guided to take a wee bit more of a rest. And yeah, when oh God, what now? When something changes about that, then we'll see. What are we? Oh, look, that's fine. 8 of Wands, but it's in reverse, right? So it's like, look, this isn't what I'm talking about, right? If it was like that, it would be like, right, that message, that communication, because that means communication is coming in fast. That also means travel. But because I pulled it like that, it's like some masculine energy is still like, all we need to do is that. It's on the bottom of the deck. Oh my God, right. Wow. Yeah. Fit, right, okay. 10 of Cups, right? Happy families, happy times, feelings, just all round goodness. Two of Wands, you know, like making plan. That's what I'm asking. Like, I'm getting ready to do it. Right, I'm gonna fucking do it. It's like I feel destiny, fate. There's something pushing me to do it. You know what I mean? Fucking done with being bored and fed up. Four of Cups. Look how fucking look. That's like, oh my god, that's hilarious. That's like in that film. That's the couple that were engaged. Fucking fucking bored out their tits. You know, they're not twin flames. Are they even the same? What's even going on there? But it's, oh no, that's like a wee boy and a mermaid talking. Anyway, just imagine that's like two people. But it's kind of like they look bored, right? But look, ready to put the boredom and the sadness behind them and go towards their Queen of Wands, regardless of sex. Because they're sick of being in that Two of Pentacles. Will I, won't I, will I, won't I, will I, won't I, will I, won't I, am I ready? I don't know. I'm ready to move on now. Ready to move on. I'm ready to send the message to say I'm ready to move on, to have the Ten of Cups. Boom, drop the mic. Fucking love it. I hope it happens for you. I hope it happens for all of us that's fucking ready for it. Lord knows I'm ready. So if I'm ready, my twin flame can't be too far behind, would be the theory. I guess time will tell. Is that true, spirit? Hey, don't be... well, yeah. And I just looked at 111 and that's alignment. The answer to your question is a strong yes. Right, well, yeah, time will still tell, but holy shit. Right, bye.